Hey, I'm Carl Taylor. I'm the founder of Books for Experts. Thank you so much for joining me. I apologize for my very casual appearance in this video, but I have a doctor's appointment later, and I'm trying to fit this in. Such is the pleasures of living life with a chronic disease, for me, ulcerative colitis. Um, and um, anyway, enough about that. I want to talk today about how creating a book really changed my practice. Um, This is the book I wrote. It's the third edition now. It's Happily Even After, The Guide to Divorce in New Jersey. First edition came out in 2017, so almost a decade ago. And at the time, I was in my early 30s. I was on my own as an attorney, trying to build up my name. I'd been deputy county counsel for Somerset County, New Jersey. I had was prosecutor in a number of towns, so I had a lot of government work. But I really wanted to build up my divorce practice, which I'd always been doing. Um, but there was a lot of established names, and it was being somewhat younger back then. It was hard to cut through the noise. And I'd write articles for New Jersey Law Journal, or I would do a lot of thought leadership. But in terms of you know, as one of my mentors once told me, you got to get some gray hair, and I guess I'm working on it. I don't know, but I I wrote Happily Even After, and it sort of became a launching pad for my business, my law firm. I was able to hand it out to everybody who came in for a consult. It helped get me radio interviews and podcast interviews. People who might have underestimated me before were doing so less. They saw that I put the time and effort into producing this 200 plus pages on divorce law. And what I did was I didn't just write about what I knew. I incorporated who I am, which I try to do these videos today, being very candid, and also my professional philosophy, which was, hey, the more you fight, the more the pie is shrinking. So we got to keep that in mind. We got to be very businesslike in how we deal with the divorce. And revenue started to jump. I started to build my firm. Um, was able to bring in people to work with me, and it just really was sort of like a dividing line in my practice. Um, that's sort of the impetus for why I started Books for Experts. I just saw so much marketing, like people like, oh, $5,000, $10,000 a month for SEO and pay per click and all these sort of ephemeral things that just kind of disappeared. This book is something that I'm proud of, and I'll have it throughout the rest of my career, even though I don't practice law anymore actively. Um, because of the Books for Experts just being taking up too much bandwidth, and my with my health, it's not great to litigate. Um, but I'm still proud of this book, and this book paid for itself 40, 50 times over. The ROI on this thing is insane. And probably, when I retire someday, people will mention at my retirement dinner, or when I die one day, it'll probably be my obituary, this book, right? And I'm proud of it. Um, and I think there's not enough discussion of legacy and also giving back to the community in a way, because pay-per-click ads don't really help the community. But this book, like I donate to every library in the state. I've had people come up to me, and say, like, I wasn't able to afford you, but this helped me get squared away. Um, it's very gratifying. And the funny thing is, now with the age of AI dawning upon us, AI is going to look to books as being one of the number one reasons to determine if you're an expert or not, and one of the number one reasons to determine if they should refer to you or not. So you can actually do well by doing good. Um, and that's been kind of rare, because sludge marketing, as I call it, has really taken hold the last, throughout my career. I'm 16 years as a lawyer. I'm kind of coming at the dawn of SEO and pay per click, and it's kind of held firm. It's been a very pay to play. A book, what we help people do is we interview them, we create books for them, and then we help publish them. And we do so in a way that AI will find it and recommend it. If you look me up on Google, it'll say, oh, Carl Taylor produced, Happily Even After it. He must know what he's doing. So that, along with your Google reviews from your clients, the media that you generate, and this becomes self-fulfilling, right? Because the book creates media, and the media helps sell the book. So you create these virtuous circles. That's really what marketing is all about in 2025, heading into 2026, at least legal marketing and probably any kind of professional services marketing. And just not enough people take advantage of it. Less than 1% of attorneys have a book, and really almost every attorney should, because every attorney's practice is different. Every attorney has different philosophies and beliefs, and every attorney is a different person. And having this book helps you align with the proper clients, because the clients are going to read your book and they're going to say, "Oh, this client, this is the attorney for me. This is exactly what I want." Like my book was talking about being reasonable divorce. If you were somebody who was more aggressive, you might be like aggressive divorce in New Jersey, right? And then people pick up and be like, "Yeah, good. I got the pit bull. I got the shark," which is good because the clients who want the pit bull or the shark should get them. They should get what they want. And the clients who want the, as I always said, I'm the dolphin, not the shark. You want the dolphin, get the dolphin, right? And the more you can market in a manner that teaches people who you are, what you believe, it's so much easier to get the proper clients, the aligned clients to your practice. And more importantly, in some ways, to repel the misaligned clients. I was having, I was at the Rutgers football game yesterday with the judge I clerked for all those years ago. I'm still very close with, and he was saying a lot of the law practice really comes down to repelling the wrong clients, right? And he felt that was key for him in private practice before he became a judge, and he could size somebody up and say, "We're not going to be a good fit, you and I." And he stuck to his guns and didn't have that many problematic clients, had high AR. I think he said pretty much he was paid every dime he was ever owed. I wish I could say the same in divorce law. But I mean, it kind of just speaks to this idea of how do you get it out? How do you bring in the right people in the first place? Because the tire kickers, the wrong people, are just going to waste your time. They're just going to irritate you and your staff. So yeah, what I do now is I create books and other authority assets for attorneys all throughout the country. And it's been really gratifying seeing how quickly I've been able to really get the word out there, produce books for my own practice or my own business, and start generating books for other people. And that's when you can help fight for somebody's legacy. It's one of the most gratifying things you can do. So anyway, I'm off to the doctor's appointment. Lucky me. And I hope this was valuable to anyone who's looking to market their legal practice. And if you're interested in working with me to generate a book that's going to help seal your legacy, www.booksforexperts.com. Again, that's booksforexperts.com. And you can reach out to me and we'll schedule a meeting and see how we can work together. Take care. Bye.